What's up, College Station? I'm Grace Hollowell, and today I'm joined by Caroline Osk, our Solid Waste Division Manager. Hi, Caroline.
Hi, Grace. How are you?
I'm doing well. It is, almost Easter time. The spring has flown by, and it is the start of the move-out season for our college kids here, which affects you guys greatly
Yes.
with the amount of trash that is put out. So we are here to talk about some tips today to kind of make things easier on you as a resident and as well as us as a city.
Yes, absolutely. So, like you said, we're about to move into our move in and move out season. I know the students just started wrapping up on getting their rings, which is awesome. And then, of course, we'll have the maroon and white game is coming up this weekend too. So all the excitement, and then all the excitement moves over to solid waste for a good about 3 to 4 month period. Some of the tips and tricks. So if you are in a single family home and you're renting a single family home, of course you have your 3 collections, you have your garbage cart, your bulk and brush, and your recycling day. So some of the items that we see at move in and move out time is the students get really excited to move out so they can get their deposit back. And then they kind of use the recycling bin as more of a trash container. So please try not to do that. There is actually a contamination fee. And so what happens on the enforcement side is either us or our recycling vendor, Brazos Valley Recycling, will tag the container if we see too much trash and we'll pass by. Usually what we like to do is we like to have voluntary compliance first. So that's what that tag notification system is for, is voluntary compliance. We are notifying you and trying to educate you to kind of, fix whatever the issue is so that the following recycling day, we can come back and actually service it for recycling. That's the point, is we want to make sure that those items are recycled. So that's the first tip, is please don't use it as a garbage container. We can happily pick up extra collections for your garbage cart. So if that's something that's needed, we'll happily help you out on that end. Now, bulk and brush is usually the big one for move in and move out. The other tip is just to make sure that you're being a good neighbor. Usually we request that your bulk items and brushy items be separated out. Your bulk items will be collected with one set of vehicles as long as it's, less than 50 pounds, whatnot. And then we have the giant vehicle that has the big claw on it that everyone really likes. So that's anything above 50 pounds. We just ask that you place those piles away from stationary objects. We're seeing a lot of piles being placed too close to like parallel parked cars, mailboxes. Telecom lines and things like that. So they need to be out from any overhead obstructions and away from stationary items so we can actually get the truck in to pick up what's needed. Make sure you're placing your items out the night before or before 8 a.m. on your collection day. We're getting a lot of calls about post-time collections. If I put it out, I put my stuff out around 10:30 or 11, well, the truck has already gone through at that time. So just making sure you're watching that time frame. As for garbage carts, we're also seeing a lot of what's called snow coning, or people will have the cart lids closed because the cart is full, and then they'll put trash bags on top of the cart. Right. Then we can't service it because what happens is the bags will fall, they'll explode all over the roadway, and then we get calls to come back, rake up, clean up, all the things. So just make sure that you're following those specific tips. And that really helps out our services and our collection teams, and we can get to everyone efficiently, and then you don't have to call us back.
Right.
Yeah.
And a lot of people might not know this, but the reason that you shouldn't overflow your carts or pile stuff on top of it is that the trucks are fully automated. There's not a person tossing your trash into the truck.
Yes, that's a great point. So there's only one person in each residential automated vehicle. That's why it has that yellow gripper arm on the side. It's so that we can efficiently get through the collections, and that's how systems were set up to increase efficiency. So there is no person on the back of the truck or anything. He can't get out, or she get out of the vehicle at every stop because you have extra bags. They have to be in an actual container so that gripper arm can pick it up. So just as a general statistic, each one of our automated operators has to collect or service about 1,400 homes per day.
Wow.
And we run about 5 routes per day. So it's a lot going on all the time. That's why we focus really heavily on efficiency and making sure that everyone's following those guidelines.
And in addition to the move out stuff, you might come across this as you're packing up. The Household Hazardous Waste Collection event with the Twin Oaks landfill is coming up soon as well.
Yes, which is in my opinion, one of the best community events of the season. It's hosted by the Twin Oaks landfill, and it is at the University Services building, where the entrance is off of Harvey Road, and then there's an exit off of University. So you'll only be able to enter from the Harvey Road side. We will have some illuminated signs that Public Works will provide, so everyone knows specifically where to go. It starts at 7 a.m. and it'll last till about 2 p.m. And what's really great is that you don't even have to get out of your car.
Yes.
So there are going to be City of College Station, City of Bryan, and Bavizma folks from the Twin Oaks landfill that will be working the event. You literally drive through, and if you want to roll your window down and tell them where your boxes of chemicals are or anything like that, pop open your trunk. They will literally take them out for you, and you can go about your way, which is great.
Yes, nice, quick, easy. What are some of the items that are considered household hazardous waste?
That's a great question. So some of the items that are considered household hazardous waste that we see a lot are paints, thinners, petroleum products, so like old gasoline, old oil filters, things like that. Your typical household chemicals. So if you're using Drano or some type of bleach or things like that, that's the things that you don't want to mix because you could inadvertently accidentally cause a reaction. So those are the things that we're hoping you will still have them in their original leak-proof container. And anything that you're not wanting, herbicides, pesticides as well, e-waste, computers, all of that can go to HHW. And just to reiterate, it is free. It is free for all of our residences. Mind you, this is not for commercial businesses. It's just for our residences in Brazos Valley.
Right. And what are some items that you cannot bring to this event?
So there are a few items. You cannot bring medical waste. There are some other options which are on our webpage as well as Twin Oaks webpage when you look at medical waste for safe pharmacies. No ammunition, no 55-gallon drums, no typical like household garbage. That's what we're here for. And kind of things like that. But there is a full list on Twin Oaks webpage. Please utilize it. They also have an entrance and exit map. So I think it's a great tool, and we're really happy that they're putting this on for our community.
Yes, it is a great event. There's also some options, too, if you're moving out and you would like to donate items that are gently used. You not necessarily want to throw them away.
Yes, they're also listed on our webpage, and I believe we have a blog post about that as well. If there's any reusable items, we'll list out potential organizations that will accept those. So please look at that as well. It's great.
And as we move into summertime, this is another big thing that we see that you guys deal with is disposing of pool chemicals.
Yes. So we actually did a WTAW interview a couple weeks ago about this as well. Is pool chemicals will also be accepted in HHW, but what we're seeing is usually there's leftover residue or leftover chlorine or whatever else that people are needing because pool season is coming up. This weekend, I think, was like 93 degrees, so it's coming faster than it normally has, or I don't know. But ideally, everyone is doing their maintenance on their pools. They're shocking their pools, getting ready for the kids and all the things to have fun. But we're seeing a lot of pool chemicals and those same types of chemicals being placed out for bulk and brush collection, whether they're hidden in piles or they're in bags, things like that. But what happens in a collection vehicle is everything is compacted so that we can service more people. That's the whole point of efficiency. But when you compact those chemicals, they react with the other materials that are in the back of the truck. It either causes chemical fires, things like that. We actually experienced that this past weekend where we had a reaction in the back of one of our rear loaders and we had to eject the load, pick it up with a different vehicle, take it to the landfill as a hot load. So please don't put them out for bulk and brush. It does cause a safety issue for our operators, our vehicles, as well as emergency services. So HHW is a great time to get rid of them safely.
And again, do not put them in your regular garbage.
Yes.
Okay, we covered a lot today. So one more time, where can people find out more information?
All right, so if you're looking for solid waste, come to our webpage, cstx.gov/recycle. It has everything related to solid waste and recycling on there. If you're looking for specific information about the HHW event hosted by Bavizma, you can go to their Twin Oaks landfill webpage. We also have links to their stuff as well. And that'll have, again, the entrance and exit map, a full list of items that are accepted and those that are prohibited from being disposed of at that event. So we've got lots of options
Yes.
for you. And then you can always call us. So if you're interested, call the Public Works main line. We're housed in the Public Works Department, and that phone number is 979-764-3690.
All right. Well, thank you so much for joining me today.
Well, thanks for having me.
Before we go, let's look at our city calendar. The next Food Truck Wednesday is April 23rd from 6 to 9 p.m. at the Wolfpen Creek Festival site. The food trucks will be announced on April 21st on the city's social media pages. The 2024 season for the Starlight Music Series begins on April 26th at Wolfpen Creek Amphitheater. The free concert by Jason Boland and the Stragglers begins at 7 p.m. The gates open at 6. For more information on these and other city activities and events, visit cstx.gov/calendar. And that's what's up. Okay, got it. Third time's